uh, Ramatis and the necessity to know about alcoholism and his problems, and continue the life that I started, I think, 2 months ago, about smoking, about alcoholism, about eating red meat or others meat. Today we will talk about alcoholism, and the question is, some culture and people, include some scientists, have stated that the alcoholic drinks is necessary in certain cases because it both helps to forget the sorrows and excites the intelligence, as it's still a beneficial appetizer because it's open the appetite. Do you mean that? Cinema is asking to Ramatis. Ramatis answered, the action of alcohol, even if it produces provisional effects, such as the softening of sorrows or the forgetting of suffering, is always corrosive. And the fact that the creature momentarily gorges its distressing problems doesn't imply a definitive solution to these problems, because once alcoholic drunkenness ceases, the problems remain unsolved as before. Alcohol only creates a memory gap in consciousness, temporarily suspending the distressing experience. Men can only get drunk for months to forget tragedies or misfortunes, but with that, he will not be able to prevent the memory of them from returning. Every time he stops drinking, therefore, this is not the right solution. Alcohol at first produces a certain euphoria and feeling of well-being that can be taken into account of a happy solution to the sorrows of life. But it's evident that this practice is addictive and provokes the desire for higher and higher doses, which is a dangerous path for alcoholism. The fact that certain individuals who are not very expensive or shy drink alcohol and starts to make pills, becoming ironic or audacious, doesn't prove that alcohol has made them more intelligent. Intelligence undoubtedly uh, is expanded by mental exercise, by the constant study and experimentation of the factors of the relationship life. Is not it would be enough to administer alcohol to one person that don't have great intelligence, so that he would immediately start to easily understand what he didn't understand before. As for the excitement of appetite through the called appetizer, is nothing more than another illusion, because it's precisely as the man gets drunk that loses the will to eat and nourish normally. He loses the will to eat and nourish normally. There is only an appetizer that nature provides to human creatures, avoiding then the excitement, then 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 provokes precious chemical reactions. Is natural hunger. Is only this the appetizer that nature provides to human creatures. Alcohol atrophies the taste buds of the tongue, and producing an individual and artificialized palate that only reacts at the expense of strong condiments, peppermint, etc. Oh. Other question. They say that cancer often comes from alcoholism as well as liver cirrhosis. Is based on this statement. Ramatis answer. Cancer, in its highest percentages of karmic origin and manifests itself in accordance with the psychorganic conditions present by the individual. Uh, when according to their spiritual program and the time of their karmic rectification, the incarnates come to the moment to expel certain Australian residues embedded for millennia in their perispirit. Drainage can provoke cancerous states typical of the conflict between the forces of the world, the cult, and the energies of spiritual life. However, not all forms of cancer are karmic because they also result from the very imperative of biological transformation in the world in which you live. No doubt you know that certain animals such as dogs, horses, oxen, sheep, and some birds can be cancerous without this representing liquidation of karmic debts. Animals don't have karmic debts. Animals act specifically by instinct. They are learned. His intelligence are developing with gains to get food and kill another without no one problem in conscience. Animals don't have this. Okay? Don't have conscience from law of cause and effect. Animals don't suffer this. Only persons are in down of law of cause and effect is the apple of Eve, the consciousness. Start the moment animal transformed energy from animal are transformed individuality of a human being. This starts the law of cause and effect about this human being. Man of cavern is the start. And Adam and Eve is a figurative expression of all this process. How much you have conscience, how much you must obey in your conscience, because this conscience contain inside the real way to walk without so much suffering. Who would go out of this is free. God let you. God don't will condemn you. What will condemn you is the process, internal process that have the right and wrong. Internal, all human beings have a conscience, and this no one can go out. No one. One day this conscience wake up and will make you repulse all things that conscience perceive that this choose of you destruct something. Still you don't reconstruct what you destruct, conscience will turn this to you, construct, reconstruct. Ever you will attract. If you construct, conscience will get to you, more construction is the law of cause and effect. Don't have pain that God put up your head. No, it don't exist. Exist this inside. Law of cause and effect is your conscience in action. Because this Bible say, have afraid the strong of God. Is not the strong of God. It is from the strong of the law. Is this God don't condemn no one, but the law of cause and effect correct this. Then we must take care. Don't exaggerate it in things. Don't let the ego make us appear how a monster, because we must correct all this. If you start to be crazy and will want to conquer all things without ask your conscience, without hear your conscience, you are enter in a bad way that will carry so much suffer to your life. Because this the Bible say, 10 commandments, observe 10 commandments. These 10 commandments are hardly linked with laws, universal laws. Don't get what is the other. Don't desire what person that what with other. Don't get things, don't rob things. Give glory to the God as the first. Make a rest in your days of work, make the rest is other law. Don't said the name of creator without notion. Have people that use the name of God to justify his bad acts. Full of this is a commandment that people don't obey. The 10 Commandments is not a lie, is not a game, is not a simple thing, but is a conjunct of the laws of the universe. Maybe must today say in other words, but it's not so much different. Don't get make to other what you make to you. Is this in reason? Jesus Christ said, "Is I will resume to you. Don't make to other what you don't want to you. Make only good you make to you. Make the good to other." Love cause and effect. And is this that Bible say all time you must take care. God don't will commit vengeance. God don't will say to you commit vengeance. God don't will say to you make the war. No, you must follow your consciousness. Your consciousness will show to all people with religion, without religion, the conscience will must to all people. What is right, what is wrong. Is this? Um, they say that cancer after comes alcoholism as well, liver cirrhosis is based on this statement. Cancer is the highest percentage is of karmic origin and manifests itself in accordance with the psychoorganic conditions present by the individual. When, according to their spiritual program, at the time of their karmic rectification, the incarnate come to the moment to expel certain astral residues embedded for millennia in their perispirit. Drainage can provoke cancerous states, typical of the conflict between the forces of the world, the cult, and the energy of spiritual life. However, not all forms of cancer are karmic, because animals don't have down by law of cause effect, and they have too. We can see various dogs with cancer, cats, etc. No doubt you know that certain animals have this, but they are without this representing liquidation of karmic debt. Not to animal, never. Animal don't have influenced by law of cause and effect, because they act by only instincts. Don't let animals suffer is good, but if animal are suffering a lot without no one can stop the suffering, it's better sacrifice this animal. It's a great evil let this animal suffering without necessity. Animal have supplant obstacles. How people put a little car in back of animal that don't can walk. It's good. If animal don't suffer, it's good. All things you can make to animal, and they will get to live without pain, is a value. We don't must sacrifice this animal. But if he have a great suffering, is evil from the part of person maintain this animal alive. The third, the certain things is sacrifice this animal with pain without stop. Okay? Is this the logical? Is this? No horses, they don't choose this. They don't are passing by this because of the law of cause and effect. And the pain of this animal, if can be eliminated to animal, good. But if not can eliminate from the animal, it is better sacrifice this animal. Ever we must have good sense, okay? Uh, but you have to remember that much of your humanity made misuse of sibling and occult forces, and still are making this. During their existence in Atlantis and other contemporary civilizations handling aggressive energies for their own benefit in deforestation and revenge through operations of black magic. Take care of this. Is your cancer in the future if you are practicing this? Disaster atherism, much inferior and toxic, was embedded in the spirit of the agents and instigators of degrading operations, for whose reason when by law of cause and effect, the faulty spirit needs to exhaust in it for matter. Then appear the cancer. Cancer is eliminated the meager bad things in the spirit will go out by cancer. It, for matter, the material body functions as absorbing killer of harmful energy from which result the painful pictures of cancerous pathology. Is an absorbing killer, the perispirit. Absorbing killer, how absorbing killer of pain. And this will drainage by material body. The function, material body functions as absorbing killer of harmful energy from which result the painful pictures of cancerous pathology. The weaker certain organs or regions of the physical body of these individuals are, the more the cancerous state develops in them. As alcoholism weakens organic defenses, the latent harsh energy is still embedded in the perispirit as a harmful residue from the life of the past vibrate and condenses in the flesh, attracted by the gravitational force of matter. That's why it's more frequent of the stomach in alcoholics because it's an organ but directly affected by corrosive addiction. The same happens with the case of liver cirrhosis because although it is also originates from causes other than alcohol. Because children, women, and abstato men has already succumbed to disease. Among drunks, it's caused fundamentally by alcoholism. René Linec, the discoverer of medical auscultation and founder of anatomoclinic medicine, found that 90% of the cases of this liver cirrhosis were motivated by alcoholism. Alcohol penetrates almost completely into the delicate structure of the liver, which then uh, degenerates and engorges by the fatty proliferation that begins to constrict from the intestine. Under such oppression, the blood is forced to filter its liquid part in the belly region, thus arising the acid disease commonly known as the water belly. Frequent cases of hydropsia are also due to the body's difficulty in eliminate urine in time. The liquid then infiltrates through the body tissues and overloads the body with toxin that cannot be drained, uh, causing uremia, and alcohol is one of the factors for this to happen. In some cases, our medicine prescribes the use of whiskey to address heart deficiency and unclog blood vessels, for which reason we have heard many cardiac people, we have heard many cardiac people praise this drink and others praise certain alcoholic substance that they consider useful for the treatment of their aliments. What do you tell us about this? Ramatis answer. It's evident that whipping and that is England. That is American way, I think. It's evident that whipping an exhausted horse which is driving the heavy load, he will make Herculean efforts to finish his task and maybe even manage to accomplish it. However, this doesn't show that animal has recovers from its exhaustion, but only proves that it was excited in its energies. In its lows energies. Probably later, he will be prevented from performing much smaller services. The same goes for the heart. Alcohol accelerates its contraction and excites its pulses. But the truth is that this precious organ runs out sooner than if left it without working normally. The advisable would be organic rest and nutritional care in order to say goodbye to the circulation of fats and toxins, providing as well as intestinal hygiene. There is no advantage in the acceleration of cardiac work. No, in order to say, say, not goodbye, is not this. Nutrition. In order to say this, in order to let free, in order to be this impediment, the circulation of fats and toxins, providing us as well as intestinal hygiene. There is no advantage in the acceleration of cardiac work through alcohol in the intoxicated circulatory system for how much final depression will come sooner. Do your doctors know that most cardiohepatorenal insufficiencies can also cause alcoholism, starting with the disturbance of the rhythm and normal impulses of the heart, of the heart, when as a result of the injury of their delicate nerve fibers, the muscle fibers of the heart walls later change. It has long been proven that alcoholics, when they reach old age, are suffering fortnight of the circulation mass due to the difficulty of blood irrigation by the outer vessels. So the blood tends to stagnate, but on the surface of the body, then in its intimacy. For which reason drunks have congested face, the injected eyes, the rubicundo nose, which are those affected by gout of bronchial predations, in addition to the subject easily to colds and pneumonia, all due to circulatory organs. Circulatory organs. Since alcohol abuse tends to increase sickly and eccentric fat due to oxidation deficiency and accumulation of residuals, causing in most cases hardening of the arteries and even apoptosis attacks due to the reduction of blood vessels, caliber, caliber, I think is caliber, I don't know, or caliber. We see remedy for the heart. No, we see no reasons to recommend alcohol. We see no reasons to recommend alcohol as a beneficial remedy for the heart. There is no doubt that the patient will feel better and somewhat euphoric about the momentary excitement of alcohol, but it's likely that this toxic also reduces its physical life quota, causing the heart failure phase to be reached earlier. It also happens that since alcohol is a substance harmful to the nervous system, all sensory coordination centers that regulate organic activities are numb and unbalanced during drunkenness. Out with harmful reflexes after so uh, great act of drink, drink in Portuguese after carraspana. After so much injure a great quantity of alcohol. Since membness doesn't bring any benefit, the intake of this alcohol recommended for cardiac dysfunctions cannot produce health effects because over time it ends up imposing imposing its basic characteristic of toxicology element. Alcohol is toxic to injure it. We must understand this. Alcohol is a blessing in all parts to clean from great sins that happen in past, to clean the house, the floor is good. In remedies, in medicine, alcohol is a bless, but not to injure inside this body. This body is not appropriate to use inside this alcohol, cause have inside us so sensitivity organs don't have prepared to absorb this and filter this. We can use our self-love in this case. We can lose our good sense in this case. And after this life, the suffering don't stop with alcohol, no. Is so indescribable suffering that Ramatis say that don't have words to he explain how much suffering desperately the spirit alcoholic after go out to other plane. People say, oh, rest in peace. For addiction, don't have this. Don't have this. Unfortunately, don't have. It still is good person that help all animals, all people. They will have protection. Yes. When you are a good person, because they say, without charity, don't have salvation. Because you will meet people to protect you after this all alcoholism, this all meat eat, this all great using cigarettes. But you will see protection. You will post in a hospital in spirituality, but you will suffer desperately after without this body. This body don't let you suffering here. But there without this body, Ramatis say that don't have how to explain how much barbarous suffering past the spirit. And Ramatis say, we are not condemning you about sin, about pain from God. No, we only want to take warning you what will happen after go out of here full of smoking, full of alcohol, and full of meat. But the great suffering we will hear really from alcoholism, smoking, and drugs. Is and when we know about it, we don't can make this. I don't think this way. Because this I put here. I have addiction from smoke so much. For a box of cigarettes per day, I smoke it in past. With 80 cigarettes per day. 80 is a great quantity. And I stopped it. Other day, I knew a person in that was for 20 years addicted to gross drugs, so much toxic drugs. And he stopped it after 20 years. Why not you? Why not me? We must have faith. We must have effort to be free of this esclavization, these slavers. Come on to be free with his slavers. And God bless all. And thank you, your attention. And God take to you a great week with so great decisions and evolutions. God bless all. Thank you to be making company to me. Until the next.